It all started when me and my wife shifted to a new house. I am an architecture, so I have to move to new places for constructing hotels and monuments. I worked in a well-known construction company and it pays me well, so I usually agreed to stay at new place they could provide. In 1991, I was sent to an outdated area in Denmark. I was overjoyed as Denmark was the best places I ever went to. I was staying in a big mansion with my wife. We had to stay alone in such a big house. When we arrived, we were greeted by a caretaker. The company was not providing any caretaker due to lack of workers in that area. So I was a bit confused when I met the caretaker. I got the strangest feeling like of something really scary when I entered the house and I met the caretaker. My wife was also getting this feeling that something is wrong in this house. She thought that I would thought she was just overthinking as I did. The caretaker had deadly pale skin. I always got goosebumps when he talked to me. In night, I was so tired to talk about this with my wife. My wife waked me in night and said, "Something is odd about this caretaker and this house." She also told me that caretaker was just looking at us in a ghostly gaze till 3 hours. I was fully awakened when she said to me to look at the door. I lifted my head to see the door slammed with a loud bang. At this moment, we were scared to hell. I can see a human-like figure standing at the other side of the door. The figure changed into a woman gradually and turned around and started walking on the hallway ceiling. My wife was bitterly crying in a low tune and we both are holding each other tightly. We sat on the bed for almost an hour, but we kept hearing a woman crying and yelling for help. I encouraged all my strength and quickly ran towards the door and closed it shut tightly so that the figure cannot come in. I ran back to the bed. My wife and me did not sleep a wink that night. We did not utter a word. Very next morning, we packed our bags to leave this house. I carefully opened the door and saw caretaker standing on the door. I was so freaked at this moment, and my wife almost fainted. The caretaker greeted us morning and invited us for the breakfast table. We just followed him downstairs. When we are at the breakfast table and the caretaker in the kitchen, I calmed my wife. Suddenly the front door slammed open, all the books, antiques, tables and other things started moving and rotating on its place with loud thuds. My wife fainted, and when I was trying to take her outside the house, a voice echoed the room saying,
"Go away, leave this place."
I quickly moved out of the haunted house. The main door again slammed shut with a loud thud. I looked around for lift. I hired a taxi and told the driver to drive quickly to the city hospital, and for a last time I looked back at the house. I saw the caretaker standing on the window giving a deadly smile from ear to ear in his or maybe her victory